See, here's the thing. I don't care who you are, where you come from, or what kind of gamer you think you are. Right now, at this exact moment, is absolutely the greatest time in history to love video games. Period. Umbrella Fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, we wish to welcome you to the one, the only Umbrella Fight podcast. My name is Nathan. To my lower left and lower right are John and Devin. We are the Umbrella Fight podcast crew. David Nunez, we see you in chat. First, indeed, brother, welcome. Woo! Gets me amped every time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the one, the only podcast in the world that talks about video games. There are no other podcasts that talk about video games, despite what you may have heard and read in the tabloids. It's all fake news. Man, I've had too much caffeine, and I'm so sorry. or maybe I'm not. Deal with it. John, Devin, how you doing, guys?
Doing good.
Doing great.
I dropped
Excellent.
an energy drink down not very long ago, so we are primed and ready to go, brother.
Oh, we on the same level. Yes,
Yes,
love to
sir.
hear it. I took a nap earlier, so like
That's
it's
basically an
not
energy
looking-
drink.
it's not looking good for my bedtime. Is all I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Hey, tomorrow's Friday. It's fine.
Yeah, who cares?
You know,
100%.
it's
Hollow
fine.
Attorney, I see you in chat. Second, we got a first and a second. I love that, and I love that you guys are here routinely to listen to us yammer on and give bad takes on bad video games. The one thing we'll never do on this podcast, though, is we will never talk shit about a 10 out of 10 video game such as Mixtape. So don't worry about that. No problem here. Well, before we get started, we do have to do our usual routine collective quench. Everybody
Run.
grab your receptacles. Get yourself a cup or mug or glass, a tank or chalice, a stein, a canteen, jug or flask, a vessel of any kind. Fill it with your favorite liquid. Tonight, I am going all soda. You guys look like you've got water and static water. Is that static water, Devin?
Static water, 0 calories,
Love-
baby.
I love it. All right, raise them up high. Say it out loud. Umbrella Fight, our circle tight. We shine together in the night with laughter loud and spirits in sync. Raise up your glass, and now we drink.
We drink.
I got water on my camera lens.
You sure did.
Oh my god, you did. Look at that.
He got shot. It looked like you got shot in a Call of Duty game, and it was like, oh, the camera's all blurry. I can't
Yeah, but
see because I
it was
got a
like
bullet in my
It was
shoulder.
like the gore filter was put on, so it wasn't red, it was just clear, yeah, it was
Yeah.
like they could show blood.
Yeah.
It was just some other liquid.
That's really funny. Well, guys, I'm glad to see you guys as usual. And what do you say we talk about some video games, huh?
I
I
say
think
we
that's
should.
appropriate.
I think so. I think now's about the time. Actually, you guys are kind of quiet. I'm going to do real quick production stuff and crank you up a bit, both
Yeah.
of you. There
Do
we
it, do it.
go.
Production in
I
production.
can't be the only one that's allowed
In
mofo up in
production.
here.
Oh yeah, I'm not even peeking, dude. Look at that.
Yeah, no,
Peak,
it's all
peak,
good.
Peak.
No. You guys are always peak, okay?
I like that.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
All right. Well, actually, I'm going to go ahead and kick us off this week with our
Wad of the Week.
Yeah, Doom Wad of the Week. Absolutely. So let me do a quick share here with you guys. So Doom Wad of the Week, we talk about or I do really. We're going to talk real quick about an amazing Doom Wad that I stumbled across because it's one of my favorite games of all time is Doom from 1992 and Doom 2 in particular. It just has some amazing stuff. So pardon me while I test this in production. Today's Doom Wad of the Week is called Crimson Horror. And Crimson Horror is it's like fantasy style. And I have a reason I wanted to start off with the Doom Wad of the Week up front. Let's go ahead and transition there. Can you guys see that okay? Of course you
Yes, sir.
can.
Sure can.
Beautiful. Check this out. This is a fantasy style Doom Wad. Guns are definitely included, but it has this like orange. That's not orange at all. That's red and purple It's got a really nice color palette. There's some orange for you. It's got really great architecture, lots of tough enemies. It's only, I think, 7 maps, 8 maps, somewhere in the ballpark. It's a shorter WAD. So it's going to challenge you. It's going to have you on the hunt for an artifact called the Crimson Horror. It even starts off with like a little, I played the opening of the first map. I'll post a playthrough of this whole thing. See, there's some wizard enemies too. Sick. There, that's the Crimson Horror, I believe. It is a weapon that you are, oh my God, I didn't notice that before. So that enemy we just saw, that's a Vor. That's from Quake. Yeah, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Got a nice overall fantasy vibe to it, dark fantasy.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's your bad guy right there. He's the one must live and one must die, and that's, I guess, our final battle right there. So yeah, Crimson Horror. Definitely want to check it out, guys. Free to download. If you've got Doom 2, you can just grab a Paint the Town Red. I love that. It's a great little tagline there. Excuse me, tagline there. But yeah, so that's our Doom WAD of the week. Want to give that a shout out. I always like shouting out creators of any kind, big or small, in this case small. And yeah, man, Doom, it never gets old. It's an evergreen game. There are very few, that's the word I want. There are very few evergreen games. I think Doom belongs on that list. Cyberpunk 2077 belongs on that list. John will attest to that.
Yeah, I sure can.
Devin, actually, John and Devin, I kind of spoke for you, John, so I'm going to let you have the floor if you want to. What's your evergreen game? I think we talked about this once, but just give one a quick shout out if you want.
Yeah, no, I think definitely the two that I have is Cyberpunk and yeah, I think Cyberpunk's like my one, just the first one that comes to mind. So that would be my final answer. Feels right.
All right, Regis Philbin gives you $1 million for that. Good job.
Wow. Evergreen. I think I had a good answer for this last time we talked about it. Maybe if we even talked about it. I can't think of anything off the top of my head right now. I'm kind of
you know what?
I
can come back to you if you want.
I was gonna say Rocket League, but I don't think that's correct because it's live service and it requires a player base, so it's not really like a game you play. That's not evergreen, so I feel like it fails. I mean, I will say, like Zelda games.
I could give it to you if you wanted to select that though, because it is one of those games like. Doesn't matter what I'm doing, I can just pick it up and play it.
Yeah, replayability that's what I was going for. Is like the replayability on that is super good.
Yeah. So you kind of fucked up my segue though, bro. Because now you split it. No, you split it into two forks because on one hand we've got fantasy, and on the other hand we've got pointless releases via Rocket League. Which one do you guys want to talk about first?
I hear. I want to talk about Rocket League.
Okay, perfect. We're going to talk about the most pointless thing I've ever seen on the internet to date. No. So if you guys aren't familiar, Rocket League, they have a brand new engine that they're going to be working with, and it turns out it's Unreal 6. And I can't think of a thing personally on my end that I am less excited about. I couldn't care less.
No.
Really?
Who gives a shit? Explain to. Okay, here's what we'll do. I'm gonna let you have the floor, Devin, because you definitely have thoughts. I can feel it. I want you to convince me why I should care about Unreal 6 because UE5 sucks ass.
Right.
Actually, anyway, keep going.
That is literally it. That's why Unreal Engine 6 matters. Is because Unreal Engine 5 sucks. And why? Okay, so it hasn't even been out that long. Like. And it's garbage. Like it's hard for developers to optimize their games well with it. So like it's a bad platform. Clearly, when they built that engine, it was not done well. Like yes, it looks cool. The lighting is cool. They started playing around with some of those things with ray tracing. But we've talked about this before. The way graphics are now being rendered is completely different. And the Unreal Engine 5 like caught it right at that transition point, and I think that's the biggest problem with it. Unreal Engine 6 is, I would hope, going to be way better optimized for how we're processing graphics primarily now. So hopefully we get a lot better titles, a lot better graphics with better optimization coming from the engine. That's what I would hope for. That's what I would assume would happen, because you can't release a game like Rocket League on a platform that you basically can't play on a potato. They would piss off their entire community, because people are playing on like absolute garbage PCs right now. Yeah, so you'd be excluding.
Okay.
Anyway, that's my take. That's my convincing.
So let me see if I caught that, because I don't like to misinterpret. What we're hoping for here is Unreal Engine 6 is better optimized so that it will A, look good, and B, also play on potatoes.
Well, hopefully, yes. Yeah.
Got it. Sounds good.
Hopefully.
Okay. That's a better argument than I could have tried to steel man on my end. So kudos.
Yeah, it's so from what I understand, also the like the migration to Unreal Engine 6, that was like a plan that they had like years ago. Like it was, I think it was almost planned before the release of Unreal Engine 5. Like I think as they released Unreal Engine 5, they determined that they were going to do a move for Rocket League to 6. Like they started that process. That like
do you think the Unreal Engine team was like, here, let's put this thing out. We know it sucks, but let's just let's get through this and start over.
Dude, I do think there was some of that.
I think so.
Because they were so excited to have an engine that like heavily was influenced with like the features of ray tracing and all the lighting effects that we get with RTX now, but it didn't take in like it didn't take into account how much compute power I think that all was going to take. And it was like it was like a novelty engine. And so to like really build anything out with it that was like valuable, it was like so like I can count like so many games that I bought that's like, oh, this is Unreal Engine 5 slop. It felt like that. It was like developers took it, they ran with it, they built games with it, but it was so like bad for I don't know, like there was just so many bad Unreal Engine 5 games. Clearly it has to be the engine's fault. And so what does that mean? Like they just fundamentally did something incorrect, had cool features, right?
I think you're right. That's
everything
actually
everything was wet. Everything was wet in Unreal Engine 5.
It was shiny.
Yes.
I need some matte finish on my cars.
Yeah, that irritated me. So anyway,
so, I think you're right a lot about the UE5 stuff. And pretty much, so John, you sent me the X post on this from an account called Discussing Film, which I enjoy. I like that account. It's a good account to follow. But the responses, it is very clear that UE5 sowed ill will among the gaming community in some way. Because Devin, you're right. It can't be always the devs' fault. Surely there's games out there that are lacking in optimization, but every developer can't suck at optimization, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, and then there were responses. This is one of my favorites right here. This was from an account called Subaru, and it just says, "Can't fucking wait to need an NVIDIA 100,050 DLX with fuck tracing AI jiggle engine, copyright TM, in order to run the newest Lego game at 10 FPS." And there you have it. That is the exact sentiment that a lot of people have, because that's what they're expecting from Unreal Engine at this point. They basically, poop to bed.
And if they really throw this hard on Unreal Engine 6, then they deserve it. They absolutely deserve all of that hate. I mean, they deserve the hate they're getting for 5, but there's the optimist, right? That glass half full situation where you go, man, for the community, I hope that it's really good, because the games that were produced with Unreal Engine 5, it was always a bait and switch for me, is what it felt like. You would look at the game preview and you're like, whoa, this game looks dope. And then you'd open it, you'd play it, and you're like, either unplayable or it's like empty. It was all fake. Like, what are we doing? So I'm excited to see like what games do we actually get with Unreal Engine 6? Is it going to be better optimized? Are we going to get better quality games out of it? Because either, they figured out what they did wrong. Unreal Engine 4 was not horrible. Like that was not a bad engine.
Sure.
But the Unreal Engine 5, they did something so fundamentally wrong where like clearly the sentiment across the board is no one likes it. If you see an Unreal Engine 5 game, you know what's going to happen when you open it. Every time.
Ouch.
They have to redeem or they're cooked.
And I think that's probably a good time to do so. I mean, you can't go anywhere from up, or you can't go anywhere but up from here. I mean,
yeah. So, yes. Yeah.
No, like
yeah,
they
yeah.
they already did the worst possible thing they could with 5. So it's like my take is similar to Devin, because it was funny. I remember seeing the post and like remembering hearing about like Unreal Engine 6 like a fat minute ago.
Long time ago,
a long time ago.
It was,
and I was like,
in my
prime. Now that you mention it, I think
like
you're right.
Yes, like I remember that this was gonna be a thing. So it was like, oh dang, like now it's happening or whatever. Because I feel like that was years ago, being honest.
Yeah, it was.
But no,
so
yeah, I mean,
when I heard about this, I was informed by a friend who I haven't talked to in like a little over a year, and he like randomly messaged me on Discord. It was like he dropped the link to the video and said, like, it's finally happening. Like he just like
finally happening.
It was my Rocket League partner. It was the guy that I played Rocket League with. And like my prime time when I was like super high ranking and he was like even better than me. And so like we talked about that when we were playing Rocket League together, which is now like years ago. Like this is probably 2018, something like that. 2019, maybe. I don't know if it was much later after that. Like there's a potential it was 2020, but like somewhere within that like 2 or 3 year gap was whenever it was there was inklings of the Unreal Engine move or migration from 4 to whatever it was going to be, but it definitely wasn't 5 because honestly, I think they didn't move Rocket League to Unreal Engine 5 because they knew it was a poorly optimized engine.
Yeah, they knew it wasn't going to be good.
Because why wouldn't they, right? If it was an epic, awesome system, why wouldn't they have moved their most popular game to it? They knew they.
That's a good point.
They threw.
That's a good point.
They held.
I want
one of their most valuables anyway.
I want Rocket League on the id Tech 2 engine from Quake. That's what I want to see. I want to see a demake of Rocket League.
What is that? That original Rocket League game? It's like the most stupid long name.
Supersonic, acrobatic, rocket-powered battle cars. It's awful. It's the worst game name of all time.
What were they thinking?
It was probably the same people.
It's fun to say. Supersonic, acrobatic, rocket-powered battle cars. Like it bounces. I get it, but also unmarketable.
I couldn't remember it.
Don't do that.
Yeah, right. People would just call it car soccer. They really would. They would never say that name.
Yeah.
And 50% of the community would be like, you can't say it. I can't cringe that hard right now. I'm trying to play car soccer.
Yeah, trash.
And here's one more response I wanted to highlight also, just to shit on UE5 a little bit more. It says, looking forward to upscaling from 144p to get a double-digit frame rate.
Dude. Yeah,
I thought that was a typo, like 1440p, but no, 144p.
Yeah.
That's so.
Yeah,
you know what? I was being a bit facetious when I set this up because I like saying hot take things and making people go, "Oh, what?"
You did.
But also, I do this with movie directors and bands as well. If you put out a new movie, if you put out a new album, I will give it an attempt. I will let you have another chance, no matter how bad your last album was. Yeah. I'll let you go again. And one of the greatest examples, that might be a bit of a tangent, if you guys are metal fans, there's a band called the Human Abstract, and their first album great band name. Their first album, killer, like just amazing guitar work, really complex stuff. Like it's right in my wheelhouse. The second album, they lost one of their guitarists that was really like the technical wizard in terms of writing and playing, and it turned into like 94.5 The Buzz garbage, and it was almost not even the same band. Following that was a third album called Digital Veil, sick album name, and I gave it another shot, and wouldn't you know it, that one rocks the house.
They did it.
So every now and then they might have a bummer of a thing happen. Games, engines,
you just
movies alike.
You have to assume, like, as I don't know, a human being that like when you do something and you fail at it, you look at that situation and you go, how can I not do that again? And then try. Now you may mess up still, but like you have to assume that when they released Unreal Engine 5 that they understood like, oh, clearly maybe we thought it was good at first, but clearly it's not good. And you have to imagine that they took that information and the feedback that they got from probably developers, probably from all the gamers, clearly all the gamers, and said, okay,
definitely
these are the things clearly, like absolutely we have to fix with Unreal Engine 6 because otherwise we're doomed.
Yeah.
There's got to be a guy in a suit that was in a room with a bunch of high-level people and was looking at them, and he just looks at them and says, "This can't happen again. You know that, right?" And they all go, Yes.
Yes,
yes,
Mr.
sir.
Suit. Yes, Mr.
Yes,
Suit.
Man.
sir. We can't do this again. We won't.
One thing I will say about Unreal Engine 5 is seeing what people were able to do with it when it came to like photorealism in games was insane. Because one thing I will say, because I've pondered on Unreal Engine 5's like existence, and like obviously this is just me yapping, right? But like I truly wonder, because it's almost like they wanted to, because they were able to showcase the full potential of the flagship cards, right? They were, if you had a system that was just balls to the wall, you could make stuff in Unreal Engine 5 look insane. And one thing that I thought, just like as we're thinking about it, like I remember seeing certain like games that people made, or just certain kind of like little game demos they made using Unreal Engine 5 with photorealism. Insane how real it looked. But obviously I don't think that translated well to general gaming, like at all. But crazy impressive what that engine was like able to do. It would be nuts if Unreal Engine 6 is able to still have that same like high level of being able to do that while still being a perfect middle ground for a PC that's going to run a game like Rocket League in Fortnite. Like that would be really impressive if they do manage to pull it off. Because I mean, that would essentially kind of make like an all-purpose engine for the next X amount of years.
Yeah. Great point, actually. I'll reserve judgment until I see it in action. I mean, that's all I can do, and I think that's the fair thing to do.
Yeah, and I mean, it's like you always got to be a little suspicious,
Oh yeah, and I mean, let's not beat around the bush. That trailer looks good. It really does, bro. It's nice and sharp.
I did.
Like, dude, the Fennec coming across, bro, and it was just like, literally was like, whoa,
chef's
just
kiss
popping on the screen.
Hell yeah, agreed. What games need to move to Unreal Engine 6, or would there be a benefit for some existing games to move to that now? Can you think of any that are like UE5 that like, man, if only this was better?
Oh God.
Borderlands 4.
Oh yes. Okay. Borderlands 4 is Unreal Engine 5, huh?
Yeah. And I think I'm still going to say Randy Pitchford is an asshat and I don't like him and I wish he would go away. But also, there is some merit to, hey, the game runs the way it does. We tried really hard. I get that. And I'm not shitting on the devs. I'm just saying Randy Pitchford sucks at PR. But maybe it was the engine a bit, to a degree.
Nah, fuck him.
I like it, Devin. I like your attitude.
You have to get one in there for the Umbrella Fight podcast. Come on.
Gotcha, Randy.
Gotta poke him.
All right. Well, we'll see what they do with it, and I'm sure there's going to be some great games that come out of it. And we'll highlight over time games that are UE6. What would be the worst thing to happen? Actually, GTA 6 says, actually, we're going to push back one more year. We have to port to UE6. Can you imagine the uproar? I can hear it in my head.
It would just be pain.
Yeah, pain for the sake of pain. They need to just drop it already. That's coming out in what, November, right?
Yeah, November.
Mm-hmm.
The first $10,000 game.
Dude, like that's
Yeah.
gonna be really crazy to see what that's gonna. I mean, I really think there's definitely gonna be like $100 edition. Like I don't think the base game is gonna come out at $100.
No,
I think
don't
they'll
so
probably. I think another
They'll
thing
do
they do
80s.
is they'd probably have like some crazy collector's edition that comes with like some like thing or whatever that's like $300 or something like that.
Okay,
Like
real
they'll probably have
talk.
something crazy like that.
Real talk. When GTA 4 came out, I had like a I don't know $150 gift card to GameStop because grandmothers be awesome. We already talked about that a couple episodes ago. Shout outs to grannies.
Right. Shout outs to grandmas.
And so I went there and I bought 2 special editions. One was on sale, so I went ahead and got it. I had never played Fallout 3 or any Fallout game for that matter. And my edition came in a Fallout lunchbox, and it was amazing. But my GTA 4, dude, my GTA 4 came in a lockbox, like a safety deposit box. It's
That's
like black.
awesome.
It's got the GTA 4 logo and like pressed into it. It comes with a key.
Whoa.
I still have it. I use it to store whatever I want. It just sits outside now, and like it's a staple in the house. But it's like it was pretty legit. I'm not gonna lie. So we always say Rockstar does. They go big. They never go home. One way or the other. They I believe if they have $150 edition of this game, it's not going to be no fabric tote bag a la Fallout 76. It's going to be something legit. So
it'll be worth
in-game t-shirt.
Oh God, can you it made me hurt. You said that just now. Yeah.
Super deluxe edition.
You can totally see that though. Like that's how cynical we are now about game goodies.
It's bad.
Literally took somebody 5 seconds to spin up an AI, and they're like, "Oh, here's your T-shirt."
Yep.
Well, we'll see how all that goes, and I genuinely am curious how UE6 runs, and I mean I own Rocket League, so I'm gonna get a firsthand look at it whenever they do the port. So
huge.
We'll see.
Hyped about it.
Huge.
I don't think there was a date on it. I think it's just happening.
Mm-hmm.
My understanding.
We just have it's happening. Okay. The other segue that I had earlier was the fantasy genre. CD Projekt Red, hard at work again.
Oh, yes.
Hard at work, bro.
Hard at work.
Hard at work.
2027, we will see the release of a brand new DLC for The Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt.
Dude, okay, hold on. Was this leaked before or something? I feel like we talked about, like, maybe even joked about it. Or
John
something.
did.
I did. No, like I remember
talked about it.
Yes, I brought it up in it was some episode ago, but I remember on my Twitter feed seeing rumblings of a new Witcher 3 DLC.
That's right. Yep. Wow.
But I was like, hey,
vaguely remember you talking about
no
that.
way, like
crazy.
No way to know, but I saw this and I thought it was interesting.
Wait, has anyone beaten it here? Like I know Nathan, you haven't. John, have you?
I haven't. I've never even played it.
He's never even played it.
I have yet to meet a human being that has played The Witcher and finished it. I always hear the same. Thing. I got halfway through it. It's peak, one of the greatest games I've ever played. I haven't finished it yet.
Yes. Yes. Like I don't even know what to do with DLC. Like I'm gonna like I buy the DLC and then play halfway through the normal campaign and then never get to the DLC or something.
Well, okay. So this I'm really excited about this because it is another invitation to try and finish The Witcher 3 again.
Right.
And I hear tell that what is it called? Hearts of something. There's a DLC that people really, really love for The Witcher 3. And frankly, the whole game really it actually is, like, from a storytelling perspective, it's peak. For a Souls player, The combat is a little lacking, but you get in the groove if you just play it long enough. You're like, okay, I get this now. It's not a big deal.
Right.
And you know what? One of the things that I like about The Witcher, since we're talking about it, is there are consequences to your actions. Like when you do a thing and try really hard and fail, the quest is just like, that's it. You failed the quest, and you can never go back and fix it.
Yes.
And the world state stays as is, and that's fine. I actually love that because it gives gravity to what you're doing, you know?
Yeah, I actually really appreciate. I mean, Dark Souls kind of does the same thing. Like if you kill an NPC, right?
That's it.
Tragic. Sometimes it's tragic, and you go, "Oh my god!" I, I think I was playing Elden Ring co-op mod with Macy, and for whatever reason, she just got the inkling to start. I don't remember who it was. She just like sliced someone one hard time, and I was like, "Oh my god, don't do that!" Like you don't understand what you're doing right now. And she was like, "What?" And I was like, "If you like, there's no going back here. Like if you pissed him off, like luckily she didn't." No, okay. It was not a bad situation. So she, like after you kill Godric the Grafted,
Great fight.
yeah, fantastic fight. Like his freaking dragon hand, like insane.
So sick.
Anyway, you kill that guy, and then the little NPC that drops like right at the end of that boss battle. He's like a little shop guy. Like you can buy some stuff from him. She just like runs up to him and kills him right after the boss battle. Like without hesitation, she's just destroyed him. And I was like,
brutal.
What did you do? And obviously you get like the little bell or whatever, and you could take it to the other shopkeeper and you could still buy some of the items. So it wasn't that big of a deal, but I got to be like, hey, don't do that. Point being, consequences in games, I think, are really badass. I think it's a great way to like instead of just constantly like load save, or like, oh, just NPC respawns when I get back or whatever. Like you said, it means that the decisions you make in the video game have an impact on the rest of the time that you play the game. So like you better play the game the way that you think it should be played rather than just trolling, because it could completely ruin your experience. Yep. I think that's huge.
It forces you to take the game seriously, or at least know that if you're not taking it seriously,
yeah, you were going to have that
about to go down.
Yeah.
Like imagine playing Dark Souls and accidentally killing Andre the blacksmith.
Oh,
how you gonna?
Yeah, like you're done.
You have to play like an SL1 run, I guess.
Hey, go ahead and make a new character.
Yeah,
just
at that point,
start over.
Yeah,
start over. But I like that you can do that, giving the player the option to. This actually goes back to Gabe Newellism. When they were making Half-Life, one of the things they said, when the player does something with the character, we want it to work pretty much no matter what. We want there to be feedback, and we want it to be like, oh, I didn't think that would work, and it totally did. Case in point really is like the bullet holes in the wall. You know, you want your bullets to have impact. You want your accidental kill of the shop NPC to have an impact on the world, because it really would. It makes the world feel alive.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm into it. But yeah, it's called Songs of the Past. Supposed to come out in 2027, and I heard tell some rumors that there was a dual protagonist kind of thing going on. Because I also understand that The Witcher 4, the main protagonist will be Ciri and not Geralt of Rivia.
Right.
Yes.
So we got a trilogy of Geralt games. Are we about to get a trilogy of Ciri games? Time will tell.
Time will tell. But that'll be hype. She's a cool character.
Very
cool character.
Very cool.
So I was reading just through, like some of the articles about this, and I want to read this section. I feel like this is insane. I'm just gonna read it. So it's a hugely busy time for CD Projekt Red. The Witcher 4 production continues, although CD Projekt has cautioned fans not to expect its launch until 2027 at the earliest. The company plans an ambitious 6-year roadmap in which it will also launch The Witcher 5 and The Witcher 6.
So that aligns perfectly with what you just said. That's 3 games.
I didn't even mean to call that.
Wow.
Hey man.
Oh, that's wait, 5 years?
6-year roadmap.
Oh,
6-year roadmap.
Wow, that is extremely ambitious.
Okay, but hear me out. You could totally do that.
Yeah.
If you have already planned out what your story's going to be, and it's like, yo, this makes
And it's
total
right.
sense.
Yeah, you're right.
And
You're
if
right.
you're just now getting, let's say you're getting UE6, and the engine is good enough that it can move from place to place. At that point, it's just making the assets because you know how to construct everything. It's not working with a new engine. It's not defining new vertex points for all of the. It's you literally just build out the new story.
Yeah.
And now, to my understanding, doesn't CD Projekt Red, don't they use their own engine called Red Engine?
I think you're right. I was just using an example, like
no,
if you
like
know the tools
that would
you work
crazy.
with.
Like, that would be crazy if they did decide to build it. Well, I don't think they would. I think, because I think what you're saying makes sense, Nathan. If it's all being built on Red Engine, then it's literally exactly what you said. At that point, it's just making asset. Everything's already pretty much there.
Yeah. And I think we're at a point in games where diminishing returns are occurring on graphical fidelity. And I think a lot of companies have learned that. Like, players don't actually care. They're wowed by shiny cars on Rocket League, but at the end of the day, they want to make sure it runs well and that it's fun to play. And those are the two primary components of the game. Does it run okay? Does it feel good to play? That's it. So why would you spend more time? I mean, clearly they've been working on The Witcher 4 for a while because it does look good. It looks better than The Witcher 3. Why would you spend more time making even more high fidelity models when it already looks good? You know how the tools work. You can literally plug in the voice actors and new story and new settings. Yeah, it's not going to take no work, but it's going to take way less work than if you were having to remake series model from scratch, right?
Yeah. And okay, hold on. Honestly, them releasing this, I was like, what in the world? What a crazy thing to release years later. But I'm sitting here, we're talking about it.
We're yapping about it. They got us.
Like, it was
so
marketing.
Smart.
It was amazing marketing. Hey, let's save the end of this story of this game so that it will transition us into this next game that we actually need to sell huge amounts of. And it's like, and so we'll release it years and years and years later to rebring the hype up, to bring a bunch of player base back into the game, or new players or whatever, because people are going to start talking about it. And then boom, they're invested in the story. It's fresh on their mind, and bam, they get a new one. And then bam, they get a new one. And then bam, they get a new one.
So smart.
Like
100%. And
genius.
Because 5 and 6 are wholly going to depend on how 4 does.
Yeah.
Like entirely. Because
absolutely.
It has to.
I hope that it does well. I hope every game that comes out does well. But I hope they don't fall into the trap where, they overpromise and underdeliver because they're already just saying the terms Witcher 5 and Witcher 6. It's like
confirmed.
I don't even know, as a player, I don't know what to do with those. My mind can go wild, and I've learned to temper my expectations, but the general populace might not. And they might be expecting you to do something grander and grander with each iteration. So if you were to take the tools like I was talking about and just make a Witcher 5 and just make a Witcher 6 using that same engine and those same models and everything, would the gaming community push back on that? Do you think there would be negative consequences for, we didn't crank up the number of P's that we have in our resolution?
I don't think in this day and age. I'm not sure.
I don't think they will. We have how many versions of Assassin's Creed again?
Yeah.
Zing.
Yeah.
You got me.
I'm glad you said that.
No, because genuinely I'm thinking like, okay, yeah, if the formula works, people love the game, it's good, the story is good, why go and try to create okay, this is one thing that I think they fumbled in here comes slander, maybe unforeseen, Tears of the Kingdom. the slander that I feel like it deserves is Breath of the Wild was so amazing, but they tried to reiterate on what was amazing of Breath of the Wild, and they just made it too much. It was like a like too many features, right? Like, don't give me that many features. Like, I don't need all of that. Like, I just wanted to play the Zelda game. Breath of the Wild was fantastic. If you just like continued the story, you made a sequel to that story, or like maybe you altered the story a little bit and maybe you did something different there. And it's like, if that was the main focus rather than, okay, how can I make this game feel so much more fresh? Like, maybe take some of the feedback of people going, oh, like weapon durability pisses me off. Can there be some solution to that? Like, solve that problem, but don't make it to where it's like, I don't know, hover cars. Like, what the hell was happening there? Like, you're making flying scooters. That's just weird. Like, you just got carried away with your new engine that you thought was really cool, and there's some novelty to it that was fun, sure, but I feel like they don't have to do that. I feel like sometimes that ruins it, right? Like, trying to come up with a new thing is what makes them fumble.
Yeah. I
So
agree.
give me the good story. Keep the same controls. Keep the same game. The mechanics are good. If they're working, don't try to don't make your mark, right? Like, don't come in and try to put your, like, I was on this project, right, mark. Go with what works, fix what didn't, and then move to the next.
Yeah. They came into they had they being the makers of the Ghost of Tsushima game had a similar pushback on some of the Yote stuff. Some of the responses that I saw were like, why am I cooking fish? Who gives a shit? I want to slice my
controller up and down. What are we doing?
What are we doing here? Why? Like, that's cool, I guess.
Sure.
But it doesn't apply here. Like, it's like if you were like, hey guys, we're all playing with Legos today, and everybody brings a Lego set, and then one kid brings an erector set, and it's like, yo, your erector set is cool, but we're all playing Legos over here.
Yeah. Okay.
That doesn't fit. It doesn't go together.
Right.
And so I don't know. I'm with you on that. Too many features is like a buzzkill. I'm in 2 days I'll be 40, and I don't have that much time in my day-to-day, what with a job and kids and wife and this, that, and the other, to be cooking fish. I want to slice a mofo in the jugular and be like, yeah, I got that ninja battle on lockdown. So that's what I'm here for.
That's right.
So
that's right.
skip the fish. There we go. I coined it. You heard it here, folks. Skip the fish.
Skip the fish.
We don't need the fish. It's all good. Your fish looks beautiful. The fire looks beautiful. It's neat that you worked with the controller. Skip the fish. We don't need
It cracks me. Skip the fish.
Man,
skip the fish.
You know, one last thing I want to say on this is that with CD Projekt Red getting so much attention, we did get Cyberpunk news too.
Oh, let's go.
I'm gonna read this.
John, okay, before you jump into that, I want to apologize to you, John. I started playing the shit out of that game and I got sidetracked, and I do need to get back to it. I want to glaze your opinion. Your opinion is absolutely correct. It's
let's go.
It's a bow down to it sort of game. It's a very good, amazing game. It was just a bit much for me at the moment, I think. But I will come back to it. I'll come back to it.
Definitely can be. Peak gaming though.
Peak gaming, absolutely.
Okay.
So what's our Cyberpunk news, John?
Okay. While further DLC for The Witcher 3 is now confirmed to be in development, CD Projekt Red has ruled out more DLC for Cyberpunk, suggesting fans will indeed have to wait for Cyberpunk 2 to return to its much-loved dystopian universe. And the wait looks like it's going to be significant. Cyberpunk 2 is further behind The Witcher 4, and CD Projekt Red co-CEO Michael Nowakowski has suggested Cyberpunk 2 won't be out until at least 2030.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness. That's a long way off.
2030.
John, you got 3.5 years to kill, brother.
2030.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, it is what it is. It makes sense. At least they're clear, right? Like they
Yeah,
seem to have
absolutely.
yeah.
they seem to have
I'd
their
rather
timelines understood.
Yeah, and it's like I do understand with like how the release of the first game went. I understand maybe
Take
wanting to
time.
set expectations like really early on, you know,
Sure.
and
Yeah.
not have a repeat of the
Ugh.
Cyberpunk 1 release.
Yeah, that was bad.
Almost
Very.
killed the game.
Yeah.
Very close.
Dude, they clawed their way back.
They sure did. They worked hard and they earned what they have now in Cyberpunk. Genuinely, they earned it because it was
100%.
it was stripped away from them at first. Like it was taken away. There was nothing but hate on that, and they clawed themselves back up, and it is now like a benchmark game.
If you guys haven't ever
Literally.
though looked at like Cyberpunk 2077 1.0 glitch compilations,
Oh no!
Fun.
please
Dude,
please take some time out of your day and go down that rabbit hole for a little bit because they're really funny.
some of them are insane.
It's just like, you know, when you have a game as complex and intricate as that, of course there's going to be glitches,
Always.
but some of them were just like, it's like physics itself could not be contained in any way, shape, or form. And I really enjoyed watching some of the fun stuff that went on with it. But it is also not as, I would say, you know, there were some funny things that happened, but by and large, it wasn't as bad as, say, like a Mass Effect Andromeda. I don't know if you guys had ever seen any of the Mass Effect Andromeda stuff. Not only does that game suck from a writing perspective and a gameplay perspective, but they had this really weird glitch that happened a lot, in which the characters' eyes, you know how when you have characters and their eyes they've got a little bit of closure on the lower lid and a little bit of closure on the upper lid to give it that natural resting face look. No, full open. All of the characters just had these like bugged out eyes the whole game. And very funny, but detrimental to taking it any seriously at all. But yeah, 2030. That's
Dude, that
long
like
road ahead.
year doesn't even sound real.
Yeah,
it's not that far away. It's really not that far away, to be honest.
2030. No, that
2026 barely sounds real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we are, though.
Here
2030 will be here in a blink of an eye, brother.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And you'll have your beloved.
You know what, John? I'll be there with you though, because I do want to see what they have. Granted, I haven't gone through the whole story. Just getting through, spoiler alert, just getting through the first chapter and the death of my best friend Jackie. It signified to me that CD Projekt Red was not afraid to go there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not afraid to take you places and try and rip your heart out.
Yes.
And man, what's the term they use? What's the Spanish word there that they use? Was it ofrenda?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, the ofrenda.
The ofrenda was nice, and it was really heartfelt. And I talked about a book. I grabbed the book. What item did you get, John? What did you give for your Jackie ofrenda?
Oh man. I'm trying to think.
I gotta look up which book it is.
I definitely have given him the book, and man, the book
For
is
Whom the Bell
For Whom the
Tolls.
Bell Tolls. Yes, by Ernest Hemingway, and I've definitely done the book because the book was the most thing that surprised me about Jackie, I guess, in like going through his stuff, like Jackie's personality, and because from what Misty said, he talked about that book constantly. So it's like I can't imagine Jackie like seriously reading. So it was just cool to think that like he had this book that he just loved and would just read it here when he was having like his alone time, like his leisure, like away from everything. So I felt he would have appreciated the book.
Yeah. And clearly when he, you know, as a man who doesn't sit back and read all the time, this particular, at least this one book, resonated really hard with him.
Yeah.
Just the right words at just the right time for just the right man, you know?
Yeah.
And it's a good offering. You can also give the leather belt, a basketball, and a bottle of tequila. Those are the four that I see on this little
The
list
belt
here.
felt weird to me.
That felt kind of effed up. I mean, it wasn't the belt that his dad like beat him with?
Like, yeah, he was
And then
abusive.
he like whooped the shit out of his dad after that.
Yeah,
and
he
kept
like
the
whooped
belt.
him. And, yeah, he like whooped him back with his own belt. And like,
That's so Jackie.
yeah, I don't. Yeah, like that's awesome, but like, I don't think I'd want to give him that for his death.
And then on top of that, giving it in death with his mother there. That seems a bit
that'd
like
be
over
kind
the
of
line.
yeah, it'd be kind of silly, I think. But dude, man, tell you what though, I am hype. Dang, almost said a spoiler, my bad. But I am I am hype about like, because we do know a little bit about the story of like Cyberpunk 2. Like it's so fascinating, like where the game kind of pivots to in Cyberpunk 2.
Yeah.
The little bit that's been revealed from Mr. Mike Pondsmith is that you're actually going to start off as a police officer in Chicago. That's
Okay.
where the game begins. And so where in the timeline, what's currently happening in Chicago is kind of nuts. So the government in Cyberpunk, the NUSA, the new United States of America, they actually released a massive bioweapon in Chicago to kind of like just see what it would do. And so Chicago is like cooked. It is like a containment zone, is military zone. Like it's pretty bad, like what's happening there. And as far as like other lore surrounding it, is there's like this group of nomads that travel throughout the nation that are like these doctors, and they're in Chicago trying to help the people of Chicago. And off memory, that's all I really know about like what's happening in Chicago at the time of which we'd be going into it in Cyberpunk 2.
That's
So
an
that's like
interesting starting
that's
point.
yeah, like that's kind of crazy. Like going off of, because I'm assuming that would be like the prologue of the game would be obviously you're in Chicago. It's interesting to see like the difference of that versus like the Cyberpunk 1 journey of the prologue to the title card. Like it's interesting to see that difference because you're getting like the other side of the world, because it's interesting because Night City is independent. It's its own, like it's like the Vatican. It's its own like
Sovereign.
place. Yes, and it has so much corpo money that Night City, is as evil as it is kind of an oasis sitting in the middle of like a decrepit,
Whoa.
kind of messed up America. So
Huh.
it's yeah. Now
Dude, Night City being called an oasis is
yes,
crazy.
dude, because it's nuts. Like the state of the US is nuts in like current timeline outside of Night City. In Night City, it has all that Arasaka, that Militech, like all of the major corps are in Night City. So that's why it is the way it is. And one thing I am excited for is because he did say that we will go to Night City in Cyberpunk 2. So we will see it, which I'm so hype about. So I'm interested to see like how we're gonna go from Chicago to back in the city.
I wonder. Okay. Do you think? Well, so 3.5 years from now, maybe they have a new engine, but would they be taking like the carbon copy of how Night City is now and like dropping it in, and then like altering it? I wonder. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here.
I think honestly, it would purely depend on with the way that Mike is and his relationship with CD Projekt Red. Excuse me. I think it would fully depend on how much time has passed from the first game to the second game. Like, if it's just been like a couple of months, then I highly doubt there would be any change to Night City, like in the story. So
Sure.
I don't think they would literally just take the asset from one. At the very least, even if they did that, they would probably do some massive overhaul. I mean, to make it, new game. But I would be really surprised if they just like boop boop and like we're done.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that they would. What I mean is, like, if they were to do that and copy pasta that over, I think it would be cool to see the changes over time. Like, oh, this shop that was here in the first game closed.
Yes.
It's
like that'd be
what
cool.
happened here, or like an inkling as to why it's closed, an eviction notice or a condemnation from the health inspector on this restaurant or whatever.
Yes.
I think that's exactly, I think that's what you would do tastefully, right? Is kind of what you guys are both saying, is the story will dictate the changes within the town. I think they have to do that. I think you have to show some sort of change, show some sort of an effect from the first game to the second game. And I think that's the way you do it, whether it's dramatic, maybe something catastrophic, who knows, whatever. So it's like, but whatever the story kind of dictates, hopefully they show that, and you can kind of compare and contrast and go, man, look at all the different stuff that's in there. That, I mean, I know that's going to bring in like lore videos, like out the wazoo.
I'm hyped.
Whenever they do that. Yeah.
I'm really interested. I really would love to get through the whole thing and finish the main story at the very least, so that I could watch some of those breakdowns and introspection videos. That's actually some of my favorite content on YouTube, is going back on things that I've seen. Like, we talked about Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad and those things. Some of my favorite content to watch right now is just talking about the episodes and breaking them down and noticing things from an angle that I never would have thought about, because I'm just, I'm me, and this person making the content is their interpretation of different things. And I think that would be really cool, especially from a Night City perspective. Like, holy cow, there's probably so much to dig into in every scrap of paper that's in that game. You know what I mean?
Yes, and even like it would be cool to see, like, because you'd be able to visit to some of the same places. I mean, to the exact same places as like your V was at. So it's going to be cool, and you'll see this as you progress through your story. Like, there's going to be significant landmarks that, I mean, like, imagine what the afterlife would look like. Like how the plaza with the fish, with Tokyo Plaza, like, I mean, Court Plaza, like, how would that look? Like, it's really exciting, and it's crazy that, like, from looking at it from a broader perspective, like, CD Projekt Red, like, if everything we've talked about, Witcher, Cyberpunk, all of it, if it's done correctly, whoa, like, low key up there for Goat Studio if they manage to pull that off.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I think if they do something to that effect, it being a tabletop RPG that hinges on story, it would only make sense. It would really play into the fact that it is a tabletop RPG at the core. And making it feel like your decisions. Ooh, what about this, John? What if they took your save game from the first one and loaded in all of your choices that were made, and based on those choices, that's how the world shifted, and then the story was dictated from there? Would that be too complex?
That'd be nuts.
But in 4 years from now, where will sorry to bring this up again, but where will AI be that a story based on your choices could be written on the fly?
Yes.
And that your experience is completely different from somebody else's. Man, maybe,
dude,
would be neat.
It's going to be crazy to see. So it's going to, because bro, having like AI is like NPCs, like what that could scale to would be nuts. Like, because I know that, like, and Devin talked about this on the pod like a long time ago, but a Bigfoot game that actually uses, like, Bigfoot is an AI. Imagine that on a broader scale in games, like how that it'd be nuts to think about, like, because we always talk about how good it's going to get, but if it got to that point where now you're interacting with, actual agentic artificial intelligence, like, that's almost trippy, but like, imagine that.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so that's a really good, because in that Bigfoot game, like, some of the experiences that we had, it was like some of the times he would just lock in and I don't know what it was that we were doing, but he didn't. His sole objective is supposed to be to like come and wreck us. And there was times in some matches that we would play that he would like avoid us. Like he didn't want anything to do with us because like we beat the crap out of him the last time he came around us. Like he had no shot, like no chance. So he just dipped and like we had to end that round because there was no way to get him. He kept running from us. So I don't know what was happening. I don't know what was happening to the AI's mind. Maybe he like understood he was going to get killed. And so he was like, better for me to just run from these guys. They're too strong.
Under the hood, it sounds like they needed to adjust like the incentive structure for, because like that's how I actually watched some videos fairly recently on how that type of learning model works. You have to like tokenize things, you know, give points for doing this. Otherwise, like they had an agent trying to beat Pokemon, but it would do things like the first time it would lose a match, it would never fight another match because it disincentivized. Oh, this losing a match has such negative consequences that I don't want to do that. So then it would just walk around the opening town. What is it? Pallet Town? Is that the name of the town?
I don't know, but yeah,
it's so funny. When things get more advanced, I can just imagine a situation in which you're playing a game with agentic NPCs, and then all of a sudden one of them's like, "Hey, am I in a video game? Is that what's going on?" Wouldn't that be crazy, right?
That would get so scary.
We're kind of pushing up against that a little bit, you know, because it really right now it's just predictive text and like what word comes after what other word. But it's even in that state. I mean, you've talked to Chat GPT. It's kind of impressive. And maybe a little bit revealing about our own minds, you know.
The one that like really did it for me whenever all of the AI chatbots were popping off like initially was that Sesame AI. Like that was the first experience because it took the text conversation that was already really impressive, like responses to you, and then their whole point was let's make it sound like a person so that it like really trips you up. Because like it breathed, like it literally would take breaths, it would sigh, it would pause, it would just like have these really human characteristics about the way it spoke. And that was really intriguing. Like you could say things that would make it like start tripping out. And so when it would hallucinate, it would be hallucinating, but it would sound like a person. So it would be saying stuff all crazy, but it would sound like a person, dude. It's trippy, man. And like just baking that in, like giving a persona to, I don't know, the one little AI that sits around one block and just kind of chills or whatever. And he's just the cool dude with the leather jacket on. And he has this persona and you're able to give him how much backstory. You know what I'm saying? Like you could just walk up to that guy maybe and just yap and it just generates a conversation based on his backstory. And so you can just get lore.
Dude,
oh like, man. The amount of lore
that would be on such a finite level of like NPCs could potentially have that
like
level,
all of them
of like this is like speaking to what would be a main character or even like, you know what I mean? Like, oof.
This badass little 75-year-old Asian lady what runs a sex shop. She's got stories for you.
She's seen some things.
She's seen some things, and she can tell you what's going on if you want to talk to her for 17 hours.
Whoa.
You know, I'm not saying I want that, but it'd be cool.
No,
right?
It's a cool thought experiment for sure.
Yeah,
it touches a little bit on like, keep the fish. It's fine. I don't need that.
Yeah.
How many stories does an NPC need to be able to tell?
Right. Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's about balance here. Not every NPC is that valuable, right? You don't want every NPC to be that valuable necessarily.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they're just cannon fodder, and you want to run them over with your car. And I don't know if Mr. Leather Jacket guy has kids and a family that you've talked 17 hours about. Maybe you'd feel bad accidentally running him over.
He has a family.
Yeah, so maybe we don't do that. But
Hmm.
I
It'll
don't
be
know. I
interesting
mean,
to see where it goes, huh?
yeah, it's all in the hands of the devs, dude. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Hell yeah.
Gonna be interesting.
So, John, when it comes to a Cyberpunk 2, 3.5 years from now, what is it that you want from that? Besides the obvious, which I think is more story, but on a mechanical level, playing that game, do you want for anything? Or is it like, yo, this framework's perfect, leave it as is?
So, man, the one thing that I personally would want, third person mode.
Oh my god, yes.
Third person view in Cyberpunk would be
Please.
peak.
Yes.
A second thing. So a lot of people don't know this, but Cyberpunk was originally going to have multiplayer.
Yes.
It was originally supposed to have almost kind of like a GTA online kind of style of multiplayer. And it's crazy when you beat the game, if you watch the entire credits, a entire multiplayer team is credited on the credits of the game, and it due to the content got scrapped. Just didn't
Whoa.
get
That's
done.
crazy.
So like I would want that in a Cyberpunk too. I would want the third person camera, at least have that be an option. Especially in a world like Cyberpunk, bro, like that'd be so cool to be able to like also see your character, because you can make your character look so cool, but it's a first person game.
True.
You just have to look at the ground. Everything's wet. So you
Yeah,
you just lead yourself with the ray tracing.
but
Everything's wet.
that's honestly it. Really just offhand that I would want from the game. Man, it would be cool. To excuse me. It would be really cool to go to somewhere else in the world, like it just to see like what's up, you know. But
Yeah.
that's just more of a rando one. But no, for sure, I would want multiplayer to see what that was supposed to be, or like what it can be, and the
Third person and multiplayer.
Yeah, that's what I would want.
So Rockstar features. Got it.
Yes, I mean, because that game would be crazy. Like if it was like a GTA Online-esque type of multiplayer.
Oh yeah,
man, like
with
the even more, dude. Yeah, like like doing gigs, like doing.
Can you imagine heist gigs or whatever other kind of gigs with like all those cyber orientations?
Because you have, and then like to do different like raids and so, like imagine what
that'd be
could
so
have been.
sick.
Right, like, hey, hop on. We need to do some gigs. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, we need to earn some
credits.
We need some eddies.
Eddies. There you go. That's it.
Yes, it's so funny. So,
Hollow Attorney says all that drip just to not see it. Yeah, it really is sad. I feel bad for those folks. You know, they worked really hard on a thing, and then they were just like, nope.
And can you imagine something as big as multiplayer like that? That's kind of a big thing to do in a game. You know, to set up multiplayer. And to set
it's
up
not a regular
like
thing.
It's not. Yeah, I know. Like that's really difficult to do. And man, like imagine like working that hard and just sorry guys, it's not going in.
Rats. Sucks.
Like yeah, multiplayer would be massive. Like if it was like, man, I'd still be on it. I wouldn't even be here. I'd be
one of those guys that's like, that's what I play. I play Cyberpunk 2077
I play
multiplayer.
Cyberpunk online and work, and that's it. Like that would that'd be
he buys shark cards for his Cyberpunk.
Yes, I've bought every paycheck I buy 2 megalodons.
Oh man. Yeah, no, that sounds like things those sound doable to me. I don't think they're too lofty to expect. I don't know if they do the third person route just because the first game was so locked in on that first person thing. But if they could at least try something, yeah, I think I'm with you on that. I think it would be cool. to be
I
able
mean,
to see your character
yeah, you can do it
that
in
you
The Witcher.
created. That's a good point.
Same
That's a
engine.
good point. Yeah.
You know, like it's there. You can you could surely do it.
There's a Skyrim third person mod that's actually fairly competent. So
You know, like you can. There's even I play on my PC.
Skyrim has it baked in.
Yeah, I was about to say like it's not like it's a weird POV. Like it's like from back here, like you're almost looking at your character diagonally. So like I understand why a mod might be better for a true third person view, because it's kind of like a diagonal shoulder view.
Right,
it is
Minecraft.
It's where they take the camera and just pull it back instead of giving the camera its own autonomy.
Yeah.
It's not good. I did play with the little Skyrim that I tried to play last time I tried to go through it. I played with a third person mod that made it feel like Dark Souls, which was actually pretty cool. There's a little janky here and there, specifically with how characters sounded, because the character's sound volume is related to the camera's position. So I would be like standing right next to somebody and they'd be like, so I need to go over to the thing, and it would just be like super duper quiet, and I'd have to like finagle the camera over there.
Yes.
But you know, it is what it is.
Bad game, right?
Bad game.
There's a reason
Horrible,
there's a reason we're gonna get a Cyberpunk 2 and a Witcher game before we get Elder Scrolls 6. Am I right?
Yes.
Sorry,
dude.
sorry,
Elder
River.
Scrolls 6, bro. Like what a joke.
Outside of the hardcore Elder Scrolls fans, I don't think anyone has any faith anymore in Bethesda.
Man, I learned today that Chris hates Elder Scrolls 2.
He hates it too.
He hates it.
Chris from work, y'all's work.
Yes,
Charvy,
dude.
yes.
He hates it.
A man after my own heart.
I think I said something about the Oblivion remake or remaster that they released. It was on sale, and he was like, "Ugh." He's like, "I think I tried to." He's like, "I think I tried to play that game." He goes, and I bought it, and it was supposed to be like really cool. And he goes, and then it was like horrible. Like the game was terrible. He's like,
he
so
called it lame.
Yeah.
He called it lame.
Like a lot. He said it lame a lot.
Lame.
And then
you heard it here, folks. Oblivion remake is lame.
No, he didn't even play the Oblivion remake or the original Oblivion. He was actually talking about Skyrim. He hated Skyrim.
Yeah, he hated it. He hated it.
It was lame. Not a good game.
I hear him.
Dude,
I hear him.
One thing, okay, we
Chris Harvey, you are seen, my friend.
Dude, you know what else is crazy? I don't know if you ever spoke to him about this, but he would play Doom wads.
So, I'm sorry?
Yes.
We were okay. Me and him are already like compadres. Are we like better compadres even now? That's insane.
Like he was literally talking about like I showed him what you showed us last week, that Doom wad that it was like the stars and everything. Lullaby. Yes, I was showing it to him, and he was even like, "Oh man, this takes me back." Like he used to run wads.
Awesome. I love that.
Also, he says you need to play Lies of P. Sorry, not
Oh
Pi.
no, absolutely. I played about I got through 5 or 6 bosses. It's really hard and it's really good. It is like okay, of all of the Souls likes that are not FromSoft, it's the closest thing to a FromSoft game.
That's what he was saying.
It is
what he said.
Peak graphics, peak combat. Like it walks the line between Bloodborne and Sekiro. Like it has those perfect parries built into the thing, so like you're rhythmically hitting, like, you know, as the boss is swinging his sword at you. Once you figure it out and you nail it, ooh, it feels good. The combat's so awesome. And the Lies of P is absolutely amazing. 100%. Like if you're a FromSoft fan and you haven't played the Lies of P because it's not a FromSoft game, you're cheating yourself.
It's on sale right now.
Stupid good. And Chris is right. There's even a DLC that I think that just came out, Overture of something.
Oh,
or just it might just be called Overture.
But no, yeah, man, he plays WAD. He played WADs. He said he hasn't in a long time. But
Yeah, it was like a thing he used to do, but he was like freaking out. He's like, oh my god, they're still doing that. They're still making them, and like it definitely sparked like he was like,
yeah,
oh, interesting.
Like
Nice.
it sounds like he hasn't been in that space in a while.
Yeah.
Because he was even talking about like I guess he used to play these like on like back in the day. Because one thing that he was so surprised about your gameplays, he was like, "Oh my god, it's so smooth!" Like it was really funny, like 'cause he was talking about how it would like I guess performance was bad when he was doing it.
Sure. Yeah. So, man, I'm about to go off on this. I could, in theory, play nothing but Doom for the rest of my life, and I would never run out of content. The sheer volume of Doom wads that come out on a regular basis, I can't keep up with it. It's physically impossible for me to play all of them, and they're not all impossible either. You know, there definitely are some hard. Hey, this level has 4,300 enemies in it. Good luck.
Whoa.
But then there's just stuff that, like, man, guys, there's a website called the Doomer Boards, and they do projects. It's once every 2 months now. It used to be once a month, but that proved to be a little bit much for all the guys on there. But they always have a theme. And for example, they have one that's like 13 or 14 levels, and those maps are all 70s psychedelic maps with all new textures, with the background music that's all like, hit songs from the 70s in MIDI format. And it's just fun to see how creative people can get, not to mention things like Lullaby. I'm playing one right now called Doom 2 in rural only, so it's all cowboy shit. It's awesome. And like, frankly, when you have a great framework with a balance of enemies, I think Doom is perfect. The weapons are perfectly balanced. The enemies are perfectly balanced. Like I have no notes on that framework of a game. And so this community still rallies around it. And there's a whole forum, doomworld.com. Go hang out on that and check out what the WAD releases look like. They come out all the time. There's at least a new WAD every, I don't know, 2 to 3 days minimum. And then on top of that, there's a sub forum community projects. You can literally just grab Ultimate Doom Builder and they'll give you the resources in the community project. You follow the rules, make a map and submit it. And then you can make a map yourself. It's
Wow.
that easy to just jump into and do it. The tools have become so streamlined. And I mean, I just can't get enough of it. It's such an adrenaline rush getting into those fights. And then some of them aren't even, these like crazy speed fights. There's this whole section in Doom 2 in rural only. One map in particular that I remember vividly. It's called Unfriendly Neighbors. And it's more of a like sprawling open farm type area. So the ammo is very limited. So you really got to pay attention. It's almost survival horror. Like running into an enemy is dangerous. And there's very little health, very little ammo. And then they do crazy stuff. Like that map's finisher is you go down into the dirt and you're like, trying to go underneath this little house, but you fall through the ground and this river forces you to takes you to this other section of the map. And underground, there's a huge maze, right? And if you guys aren't aware of what an archvile is, I'm going to explain it real quick. Archviles are evil personified. They're so hard. First off, they move really fast. Second off, they very rarely take a pain state, and a pain state is where the enemy pauses and doesn't attack you. The pain state doesn't last very long, and if you're in its line of sight, it can shoot you from anywhere. Like it sets you on fire and then explodes you to the tune of 60% of your health or more. It's vicious. So they stick you in this basement area with your fists, a berserk pack, and 3 archviles plus 12 chain gunners. So all that in a maze that you have no idea how to navigate. And I also forgot to mention that archviles can resurrect other enemies. Not themselves. They can't. Once you kill one, it's dead. But those chain gunners, if you kill them, they're probably coming back. Those archviles are going to find them and resurrect them. It's insanity. But it's fun. It's a challenge, you know. The whole premise of Doom is to challenge the player. And there's definitely some WADs that are straight up no enemies. It's all puzzles. So that's an interesting take on it. I could talk for hours about this, and you know, I'll temper it a little bit at this point. But what my whole thing is to say, like, yeah, they are still doing that, and the content is just getting better and better all the time. It's crazy. Shout outs to Doom.
Shout out to Doom.
34 years later. Yeah, and absolutely. Some of those folks in there, they have like fame in the community, you know, like that's how big it is. Like when you say something like a My Olden map, people, I know now what I'm about to expect in a My Olden map. You know, he did a WAD set with another, oh shoot, the name escapes me off the top of my head. I'll look it up. My Olden and another person put together 32 maps. The WAD set is called Simulacrum. It's freaking hard. But it's hard in a way that isn't just like, oh, that's a lot of enemies. It's hard in a way that's like, okay, I need to go here. I need to get this. I need to kill this enemy. Otherwise, he'll snap me here. It's very much a combat puzzle. So even some of the stuff that you see in Doom 2016, Doom Eternal, that combat puzzle style stuff that they've got going on was already happening in the original Doom. That's just the framework of Doom itself. God dang, I love Doom.
Wow.
Yep. So
Peak
it's
game.
cool to hear. Absolutely, peak game. It's cool to hear that Chris used to play those. I'll have to touch base with him and send him some stuff.
Oh yeah, you should. Yes,
I think he'd be interested.
This is not even to scratch the surface of all of the ports, you know, because you've got your OpenGL stuff that makes it like 3D, and then you've got your very straight laced. This is classic Doom, and it feels smooth and it looks good. Anything you want out of the Doom community, it's probably there. So
right. Boom.
It's good stuff.
Boom, Doom.
Boom indeed. Boom Doom. Boom is actually one of the ports. PR Boom and Boom Plus. Well, thanks for listening to my TED Talk on Doom, guys. I appreciate that.
The Doom segment of the week.
Doom WAD segment.
Double dose of Doom.
Yeah, it's just not going to go away. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Don't apologize. It's good.
never apologize.
No,
Well,
I think we all love what we
for
love.
this.
Not for this. No,
Yeah,
I
not
make
for
no
this.
apology. I make no apologies for my love of Doom.
Yes.
Good.
Well, guys, I think it's getting close to the end. Unless you guys have anything else. Anything else you've been playing? We didn't even start off with that. We kind of inverted this on its head. What? Anything else you've been playing?
And not really. In all honesty,
Battlefield.
not really.
I played Battlefield. Oh, I played.
I forgot about Battlefield.
Yeah, a lot of people did, unfortunately.
It's unfortunate. Yeah.
Matches take longer now.
Do they really?
No.
So like when you initially log like to get into a game, it's not bad. But when you go like when you finish a round in a match and then you load into the new match, it's always like better to just back out and then get into a new match.
Interesting.
It's kind of annoying. I mean, like you can wait, but like I've ran into way too many times at this point where if like you don't meet the threshold of how many players are in the match, it'll start loading in bots, and so you have a match like halfway full of bots. It's bad.
Oh, guys, I hate to
Dead
break
game.
it to you. Take a stab in the dark as to how many people are in game right now playing Battlefield 6.
Ooh, man, it can't be more than like 5,000.
Ooh, you're mean.
Yeah, no, because I've been playing it and it's like rough.
Yeah, it's only 30,000 actually.
That's
Still,
not
it's not
horrid.
5,000, but it ain't no 600,000.
No,
You know,
no, it's
that's
not.
unfortunate. What happened?
People, I don't know. People are haters, bro. Like they just, they move on, and it is what it is. Like they find the new shiny object of the new game coming out, and they just go to it. The game's going to stay populated. Battlefield 4 stayed populated,
For a long
even
time.
until Battlefield 6 was out. Like I'm sure there's still some Battlefield 4 players, but like I could jump into Battlefield 4 and play it no problem. Like you go find the server, boom, you're in. Like you're
Even now.
I haven't done since 6 came out, but like right before 6 came out, like I was before they announced it, I was playing it just because I wanted to play Battlefield, and then it was fine. Like I could find plenty of servers. It was like plenty of people in there. It was good. It was a good time. So I don't know. There'll be a community that sticks around. People love Battlefield, but what I played specifically, I was clearly procrastinating school. Which we have to talk after the podcast, Mr. Nathan. I need you.
Sure.
The instead of doing school, I was clearly playing Battlefield to avoid those responsibilities, and I flew the helicopter a lot, like a lot. So
got good.
No,
Still crashes.
He said, no.
There's like this, like, I don't know, man. I went into a training mode, like where it's nothing but helicopters and jets, and that's all the whole matches. And I did that for hours. I came out of that being able to survive a normal match in some cases, like in a normal game, which is huge improvement, by the way. Like I was doing pretty good in the little like aerial matches that I was doing, like the little training modes where it's just PvP in helicopters and jets. But in a real match, you have like all of the anti-aerial tanks that are on the ground. You have like tens and tens of soldiers pointing rockets at you. It gets pretty brutal really fast. So it's still hard to survive. But I've learned the fundamentals. Now it's just doing it and just like practicing the in the match games. The problem is getting a helicopter is like a nightmare. Like
pretty brutal.
You're always fighting someone or like two other people, and then you're constantly getting flamed in chat if you do bad. Like bad. Like you're getting
sucking
flamed
at the helicopter.
Yeah, they're like, stop taking the helicopter, you idiot. You just keep crashing it. It's like,
how else are you supposed to get good?
That's what I told him. I was like, I'm not trying to ruin your game. I literally said, I'm not trying to ruin your game. I'm sorry, but I'm just trying to enjoy my game. Like, like I'm not trying to make your game miserable. Like, my apologies, brother. Like, but yeah, that's it. That's all I have. I flew helicopters for a long time and still suck.
Yeah, I mean that'll happen though. You'll get good.
I love it. It feels good to fly those helicopters. There's something about flying a helicopter in Battlefield. I've always been able to like navigate them kind of, but navigating them and shooting them and aiming like the missiles is hard as hell. And that's where like I always had the disconnect. Like I could fly it around and kind of be okay, but flying it around tactically, keeping low enough and being able to actually be productive is where the challenge really is for me. So that was kind of what I was working on, and it was fun. Like I love the movement. That I'm telling you, there's something like that is so satisfying of flying a helicopter in Battlefield.
Feels good, huh?
It does. It feels so good.
I love that.
It flies the way it should.
And I think that's what makes things in games good, period.
Yeah.
What does the player think this should feel like? Does it do that? Yes, it's good.
Boom.
Perfect.
Yes.
100%. One last thing before I run the closeout. I just bought a new game and I recommend everybody go ahead and buy it because the Metacritic looks good. Mina the Hollower is out. I'm so excited. Mina the Hollower. That is the new Shovel Knight game,
right?
Yacht Club games. It's the one that looks like a Game Boy Color that I showed you guys a couple of weeks ago. It's a little mouse, and she got a whip and plus other weapons. I don't know. I'm gonna find out though. I just installed it.
Heck yeah, dude!
I'm really excited. I might hop on and play some of that after we're done talking tonight. But I definitely will be streaming it tomorrow in the evening. And yeah, man, Mina the Hollower. Go pick it up. Yacht Club Games works really hard on their stuff. Based on what I'm seeing on, actually saw a really funny joke. One of the YouTubers / personalities that was crapping on Mixtape. they showed off the IGN review of Mina the Hollower, which is a 10 out of 10. And they said, oh, great, another mixtape. LOL.
Another
It's definitely not that. No game compares to mixtape.
Another
Take that sentence how you will. But yeah,
Mina
the Hollower, MINA. Check it out. It's cute as a bug, and it also looks vicious fun. I'm going to stand by this now. I'm going to say this now, and I think I've already tweeted this a while back, but I'm saying it again. The next big wave of indie games is Game Boy Color. Watch. You're going to see a ton of them. You know, NES was the hot button thing for a while. Super Nintendo was hot for a minute. Now it's Game Boy Color's turn. Really big, fat, square pixels, for sure.
Nice.
All right.
I'm here for that.
Yeah. Let's listen to some outro music, shall we?
Yes.
Lovely.
It's been real. It's been fun.
It's been real and fun and real fun.
That's right.
Guys, Regal, Hollow, David, thank you so much for being in chat. Any lurkers we have in here, thank you so much for being in chat as well. We appreciate you guys being here, talking about video games, letting us rant about all kinds of stuff, give some bad takes here and there. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to call your mom, call your dad, call your brother, call your sister, call your family, call your friends. Tell them that you love them because life is too damn short. I want you to remember 3 things as well. 1, you're awesome. 2, you're loved. And 3, what you do matters. I'm going to throw up hearts for you. Devin's got a heart. John, where's your heart? We'll see you guys next time, 9:30. Bye.
Umbrella fight.